Off. Okay, well, thank you so much for joining me. This is Brianna, the owner of Hip Hop United. Here with me, I had to bring in my, correspondent. He's my co-host. He is a cannabis extraordinaire, cannabis enthusiast. So I had to bring him on. This is Al. He is, part of Hip Hop United as well.
Definitely. Well, once again, gentlemen and ladies, welcome and everything like that. Welcome to Hip Hop United. It's definitely a pleasure to see you guys. And as a connoisseur of hemp and very high levels of THC, proud of it, I'm excited to chat with people of color who are entering this particular space. So let's go ahead on and get it in, man. How you guys doing?
Doing great. Thanks for having us.
Yeah. I'm doing good.
Glad to have you. All right. Well, let's dive on in. All right. Well, now what made two Morehouse men decide to create a service offering centered around providing hemp products to the masses? Like, tell us more about Cannago and what's available through your service and kind of how we got here. Let's start there.
Matt, do you want to take that question?
Yeah, I'll take it. Yeah, me and Vic, we came down here to Morehouse, and while at Morehouse, we just saw, I mean, you saw dispensaries popping up on every corner at one point, and it was like so widespread, and hemp was still relatively recently legal, like the Farm Bill that got passed in 2018. Once that got passed, you started to see it in more and more droves, and like we just knew that. I mean, there was enough money for them to keep the lights on, so it's clearly it's clearly a market for it out there, And then, but like just comparing it to how it, like, I mean, just other different, I guess how freely you can get other different, whether it's like, say, for your furniture, your food, groceries, or I mean, you can get a car delivered to your house with services like Carvana, right? But something like this that people use as medicine, some people use recreationally, to like rehabilitate or recover from different things as well, or to treat and mitigate other extraneous circumstances and things that they may be going through, that we just wanted to try to create a faster, more streamlined way for people to access it, So yeah. Vic could probably take it a little bit further from there, but that's part of it right there. I think a big part of it.
Very nice. What do you say? What do you say there, Vic?
I feel like he's being a bit too formal. I'll tell you the real opportunity that we saw. So we basically had a whole bunch of colleagues that were having access to cannabis issues, right? And that was really how we found a problem, right? Like all of our friends would tell us, oh, the plug, didn't get there on time, or the quality's trash, there's no standardization. So I was like, why don't we deliver it? Like, you know what I mean? And I was like, oh wait, that's hella illegal. So like
just a little bit
just a tad bit. So kind of to Matthew's point, in 2018, the Farm Bill passed, and we saw all these CBD stores popping up all over the corner. And I was like, well, why don't we partner with them, make an app, and deliver products that way? Yep. And so that was the way that we got into, the market. So we literally killed ourselves to get to this app. And then once you got to this app, we got our first few partner stores. And then once we got our first few partner stores, we were able to raise some funding. And then when we were able to raise some funding, we were able to fund an event. And here we are right now in Hip Hop United. So that's the step.
I like that. And we're going to talk a little bit more about your journey, because I really am curious about kind of, some of the things that you guys have seen and what you've gone through, and some knowledge that you can pass on to future entrepreneurs, and then what we're going to call this green space that we're in
now.
Like
baby. Yeah. Are you guys still in school?
Now, so
no.
You laugh.
Okay.
Yeah, these are Morehouse men. They are out here making their mark in the world right now.
Okay. You look so young. Yeah, I was like, are you still in school?
Yeah, hey,
thank you for the compliment. We appreciate that.
Oh, okay.
We're all taking care of ourselves. I love it. I love it.
Now, I'm learning today. I'm learning.
I love it. Now, another question I have for you guys. Now, in states where recreational, or medical marijuana, THC focus, where it's not currently legal, but when it does, become legal at some point, do you have a plan in place to where you guys are going to kind of pivot a little bit more toward THC, or are you going to kind of still, stay in this lane, or do a bit of both,
Yeah. So like our focus right now is on the hemp area. So we just focus on everything for 0.3% THC or lower, like the hemp section. So the Delta 8, Delta 11, CHCAs, HHCs, all those different variants. That's what we focus on. I was actually on a call with an investor today, and he asked me the same exact question. The simple answer is that if it becomes federally illegal, the way our platform is set up is we can just literally integrate that into our services. So the only reason why we can't do that is because of the heavy regulations around it and the illegalness of it. So our whole just it's a small little that's it's a tiny
Yeah.
tiny tiny, but the main reason why we're doing it this way is because we see like a really good path to market, and we know we're acquiring customers that when it does become legal want this product.
Yep.
I love it. I love it. Good. I was wondering about how you guys were going to pivot, and it sounds like you're on top of it. Okay, well, while we're talking about everything, what's some of your top products? Let's talk about it.
Sheesh.
That's it.
Wow.
Yeah. Give us
Edibles.
top, maybe edibles. Okay, talk a little bit about
Edibles.
that. Some of the
Man,
edibles.
them edibles we find off the shows. We 3.5 grams. Like maybe we be
Yeah.
selling them. We be selling them for sure.
People get all kinds of stuff, man. I mean, you'd be surprised. But to Vic's point, it's a lot of flour and edibles. We have a lot of great retail partners that have a lot of really high quality products that are vetted, and they really put good, like they put work into the products that they create. So there's you see a lot of brand affinity as well too in our apps, like with some of our different brands. But like people, to Vic's point, like when it comes to edibles, even getting more specific than that, like from baked goods or candies and things like that to even like gummies, confectionery candies and stuff like that. And other consumables too, because you'll have people that will sometimes buy beverages, and occasionally you'll have some people that will even get like pet products, for example, or like shampoos for their dogs and stuff like that. But predominantly edibles, and then when it comes to the physical flower, like he said, apes, pre-rolls, in other quantities of the physical flower in itself. But yeah, I mean, we get people that order a wide array of stuff, even some beauty products and things like that too. And just like more, like say for example, bath bombs and stuff like that. I remember we sent a care package out to some of our investors that had some bath bombs in it before, and they really enjoyed that. Or like different soap bars and beauty masks, like face masks and things like that. And so yeah, there's a wide category and catalog, not category of products that we have shoppable on our app.
Well, that is
So
fantastic. Go ahead.
I got a question. So you said it, bath bombs, a whole bunch of beauty products. I'm curious, like what's the difference between, I guess, the cannabis bath bombs versus like what are the benefits, I guess, versus your normal beauty products?
Yeah. So one of the main reasons like say for example, cannabis and hemp binds to certain receptors in our body, CB1, if I'm remember correctly, CB1 and CB2 receptors. That'll start to give you a certain a different, I don't want to say euphoric because obviously like it's not psychoactive, but more calming, more therapeutic. So like it's absorbed a bit differently in your body and how your body reacts to it. So you may get that like you have some people, say for example, that may like use different consumables or even topicals or creams
Mhm.
for like pain and inflammation and things like that. You'll have people that will take products to help them sleep at night, or tinctures as well too. Obviously the main categories too, but yeah, you'll see all kinds of stuff to answer your question.
And see, I don't smoke. I've never used anything, I've never smoked weed or anything. So, like, for somebody like me who does not smoke or has not, consumed any of those types of products, how would the reaction affect somebody like me?
Yeah, we would definitely suggest to start on the lower end of a dosage. Obviously,
Okay.
we would always say like involve like we're not doctors. We want to make that very clear.
Okay.
But we
Right.
do like to relay a lot of publicly available information to try to help people make more conscious decisions on their own. So at the end of the day, we would always obviously say go and talk to your health provider and see if it's something that they could recommend for you. But outside of that as well too, we always tell people like to start on the lower end of dosage and then
Well, I'm talking
gradually.
about the beauty products though.
Yeah.
Like, even with the beauty products.
Oh well, with the beauty products, it's I would still say if your body has never encountered hemp before in any way, shape, or
Right.
form, I would definitely just start on the milder end, just because it may be a bit unknown in how your body may react, or even say, for example, if it's a topical, how your skin may react, or then just certain things like that. When
Okay.
you're exposing your body to something for the first time, you just always want to be conscious of it.
Gotcha.
Oh, so what I'm hearing is that there's a care package that is coming to Hip Hop United
Right.
and some of those products. So see, that's all I heard.
Right.
That's all
Yeah,
I
I
heard.
love some beauty
Yeah.
supplies now.
That's all I heard. No, that's good. I'm excited to hear that you guys are going to be at Budfest. Y'all, this is y'all time right now. The high holiday is almost upon us. Y'all should be working hard right now, getting
Yes.
ready for that. And of course, Budfest is scheduled for 420 at the Loft here in Atlanta. It's being branded as the introduction for Cannago to the world. Tell us what we can expect about this event and what you guys are going to be bringing to the table.
Yeah. Vic, you want to go ahead and hop in? I know I've been talking a little bit. You can go
Oh yeah,
ahead.
man. What are we gonna expect? Art, culture, cannabis. Those
Yep.
are the three things that we're really highlighting. And we really the ethos of Cannago is the idea of community. So really, when we think about Budfest, we're thinking of a combination and a togetherness of Atlanta's community. That's why we were so intentional about bringing out some of Atlanta's best. Some of our local partner stores will be there, right? The place is being decored by a local, I guess, production manager, right? And the other thing too is the venue is a pretty like notoriously famous spot in Atlanta, right? So really, when you think about Budfest, we want people to think Atlanta cannabis, period. That's what we want people to think about and really, really understand that we love the culture, we love the community, and we are only here because of the people in Atlanta that gave us the opportunity to be here. And this is why we want to do Budfest as a big thank you to you guys.
Yeah. Yeah.
I love it.
And even further, Vic's point there, I mean, like and there's very few, like it's a very heavy stigmatized plant, like still, despite all the legalization and stuff that has taken place locally here in the States and well, in Georgia and abroad. So like we really just wanted to try to also, like Vic said, I mean, art, cannabis, culture, it's a cross section of all these things. And we really wanted this cross section of all these things that we're bringing together to really be a safe, just a really safe, fun space where people can come to be celebrated that enjoy this plant. Because like, I mean, there's people that I said before use it for recreational purposes, all kinds of things. So we really just wanted to have a safe, fun, free and place for people to come let their hair down, be able to enjoy that. And it's also tied into our mascot Bud, who's a I mean, I'm pretty sure you can guess what he is, but he's a he's a pod leaf. But like, I mean, it just everything that term bud really means. We harp on that a lot and what that really means. We try to be that to our end consumers, be that to our retail partners as well. And we like harp on a lot of those like friendship like qualities that you would want to have in a bud, somebody that's reliable. So like our mascot really exhibits all these things. And when he's out in the community, you guys might have seen him on the Beltline or at different places all over the city. The reception is just so positive, man. Like you'll have people of all ages taking pictures with him and stuff. So we wanted to center this event around him, that operative term bud, and create a safe space for all these people that are our buds, because we call people that support us our buds, our story partners as well, and people that just enjoy the plant in any way, shape, or form. So it's just it's a spot that's carved out specifically for that, like.
I love that. The mascot Bud. Oh man, I'm loving that. But y'all are definitely my buddies. Now, what are some of the challenges you guys, we talked about this a little bit earlier, so let's revisit that a little bit. What are some of the challenges you guys faced while you were putting things together? Like somebody who may want to follow in your footsteps or get involved to learn more information about how they can, do what you're doing. What are some of the pitfalls, that people should look out for?
Everything.
Yeah, I'm about to say, I see that looking big. He already knows. You can go ahead.
Everything. I mean, I don't say this as a deterrence, but just more in the sense of this is a path of just pure resilience and belief and faith and growth. I think from managing, I mean, me and Matthew, I mean, we're very, very extremely passionate individuals, and sometimes that passion can kind of come to awry, right? So it's like also understanding like how do you deal with that, right? It's also understanding things working with employees, right? Managing third parties. In the cannabis space, even though we're in the legal hemp sector, we still deal with a lot of stigma that Matthew was talking about through payment processing and banking and insurance to drivers to, I mean, it is unbelievable, the difficulties. But I don't say this as a deterrence. I say this as a person who hears this and says, hey, you know what? I want to do something extremely hard. Do it, like, and just be in love with the process. I think one of the things that it's not even like I just had to fall in love with was just the journey, that was it. And really accepting it for not what I want it to be, for what it is, and understanding that as long as I believe in myself and as long as my team believes in me, we can make another day. So it has been a really, really hard path. I mean, hard is an understatement. I don't even know how to even describe it. It's been a trying path, but every single day at 25 years old, I get to wake up and build and work on a product that was spun out of Morehouse in like innovation, out of two guys who were just like, hey, maybe we think we should deliver weed. I mean, we talk about, there've been so many full circle moments to when we were sitting in Woody Library, to the people that we've worked with, to the people that have said no to us, to the people, like, I mean, we were rejected by so many different sorts who will be named, unnamed, but now they're one of our best partners. You know what I mean? And so, it's moments like that when you kind of get this validation, even this, Matthew and I talked for years, ago about maybe doing an event, and, now we're in the position to do an event. So it's like moments like this where it's like, you think it's not worth it, but next thing you know, you're sitting having a podcast about having an interview about an event, and you're just like, how did we get here? But we got here.
Well, you guys are doing it. That's that, congratulations.
Thank you.
Struggle. Beautiful, beautiful struggle.
Yeah.
Matt, you want to add anything to that, sir?
Oh man, it builds a lot of character, like Vic said. I mean, he encapsulated a large portion of it. I feel we've faced so much uh stuff, like he said, from banking to payment processing. I can go on all day about the just how untraditional we have to like just the when it comes to marketing, how untraditional we have to be, and how disadvantaged we are when it comes to things like, so even leveraging tools like social media and stuff like that as well, to how careful we have to be in walking that line. We've had accounts suspended before. We've been shadow banned on certain accounts and stuff like that as well. We have to walk a very fine line when it comes to our content production, and be really, really creative too. But that's to the credit of our staff that we have working with us. We have a really great team of I mean, from just everybody on the marketing side, and from like creative directing to the production of the physical content, to just try to kind of similar to what we talked about with this event, just carve out a space for people that love the plant online. And that can be really hard at times, because you're running against a lot of suppression of your content and things like that too. And then even like, I mean, from that to even just things like Facebook ads, it just became like relatively recently that you have platforms like Google and Facebook and some of these other platforms that are actually trying to like be a lot more receptive to just like to cannabis companies that want to market and do different things on their platform. So yeah, it's been a very, 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 very wild ride. And then like obviously we have to be cognizant of certain things too when we're out in the field marketing and doing certain things, making sure that we're doing it in a proper way and we're branding ourselves really well, even down to the logo that we chose as well too. We put a lot of thought and paid a lot of fine detail into what we've had to do to try to communicate this message to the masses. And even like some of the blogs on our website, you'll see like we have blogs about, like, say for example, cannabis and PMS, or like how you could possibly incorporate it into your workout recovery routine, to a CBD mango smoothie or some caramel sauce that you want to make as a little dessert, But we have to be really diverse. But I like that though. I love things like untraditional marketing, guerrilla marketing. Our mascot is one of the best. Like, I mean, Vic, you can, if you disagree, you can tell me, but I think like that mascot is probably some of the best money we've ever spent, because it's given our brand a personification that people can relate to. And yeah, man, but we've definitely ran into some challenges. And Vic can even talk about the investor and how specific we have to be when talking to certain investors, because certain investors don't even want to touch hemp and cannabis because it's so high risk or deemed high risk. There's so much stuff we go through, but we're thankful for the journey of it all, because I mean, like Vic said, like he's 25, I'm 26. to be able to wake up and do something that you really care about, that you love every day. I mean, Vic has drove all, like in the early days, drove all over the city to do deliveries, man. But I know it's so fulfilling just being able to talk to people, and just be able to know that you're building something and creating something that's bigger than yourself that people are able to benefit from. And I think like that's one of the best jobs of being an entrepreneur. It's just your job to come up with fun, creative ways to make people's lives easier. So we hope we did that. We want to continue to keep doing that through Cannago and even events like this.
Fantastic. Well, you gentlemen are definitely a part of a beautiful journey. Look at you as pretty much astronauts out there in that green space, out there kind of figuring it out, discovering new planets and galaxies based upon the wonderful effects of hemp and THC later on down the road. So I love it. So wrapping up, please tell everybody where they can access all your incredible products and your different platforms and everything like that, so we can make sure that we get y'all that love.
Yeah, I mean, you can follow us on Instagram, on Twitter at Hello Cannago. You can follow us on the TikTok as well at Hello Cannago. Our website is www.trycannago.com. You can find us in the App Store. The reason I just say the App Store and not the Google Play Store, they're a little stingy over there at Google. We trying to still work some things out and see if they can be accepting of apps like ours. But you can find us on there. And we want to see everybody that's hopefully watching this. We would love to see you guys as well too at Budfest next weekend. It's going to be a really, really, really fun day. You can find that information on our Instagram for the Ticketmaster links and things like that as well. And yeah, we just really hope to continue to keep making the change. And if there's anything else is anything I'm forgetting, Vic? I think I
Try
wrapped it up
Cannago
pretty good, right?
/ Budfest.
Yeah.
That's it.
All right, there you have it. Well, I definitely appreciate you gentlemen coming on and sharing your story. I'm definitely going to be looking forward to trying out some of the fun things that y'all have coming up and all of that as well. I'm a little busy on 420, unfortunately, so I might not be able to make the event, which I'm super disappointed about because I want to do it. However, if you guys have something else, I would love, love, love to attend. But I definitely appreciate y'all being on Hip Hop United and wish y'all nothing but continued success, Kings.
Thank you.
Keep us
Appreciate it.
posted. Keep us posted.